What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today is day 2 of the Hot Rod Power Tour 2024. Me and Mike are in the 87 Monte Carlo SS, and we're on our way to Walmart to go pick up a couple chargers and adapters and things. And, well, the car behind me there, it broke down, and it broke down pretty bad. No, it is not clickbait. This is not one of those times where it's like, hey, click for views. This is, Mike, are you enjoying yourself?
Bruh, what's up?
You look very comfortable.
I got my light, you got the pad under the car, and all kinds of problems.
I got a chair here too. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get to use it. So, do you want to tell them what happened when we got off the highway? Yeah.
This is what happened. A little jerky transmission.
It wouldn't come out of overdrive. Stuck in overdrive. Now, we have a switch in here for torque converter lockup, and that's what's happened. It is stuck in lockup. So when you come to a stop, the car stalls. The problem with that is it's stuck in like 4th gear also. It won't come out of gear. Torque converter lockup is always engaged. It does not downshift on its own anymore. We are like stuck in what most people today would probably call like a limp mode.
Yeah.
Except when the car dies like it just did in traffic, we had to put it in park, we had to fire it up, rev it, and then drop it into drive just to get it off the road. And moving in 3rd or 4th gear, I'm not entirely sure which gear it's in, but it is exceptionally difficult.
The car was not happy.
No, the car is pretty pissed. Thankfully, we got us a nice, this couldn't have worked out better. This couldn't have worked out better. Look at all the shade around us. So we were going to start the video at Walmart and say, here we go, another uneventful trip.
Yeah.
Not the case. Not the case. So I jacked the car up. Did I mention there's a metal clanking noise?
Yes, there is.
It's very. You're pretty sure it's coming from the passenger side.
It sounded from this side, and something was hitting, and it's not an exhaust pipe, but it's something near that transmission area.
Yeah, it's a loud clink clunk metal type of. So I guess we're gonna climb under here, and thank you to Hot Rod Power Tour for the bag. I'm gonna use that to kind of lay on. Is that shit?
What
is that shit?
No,
that's not shit.
Foam stuff.
Oh, thank God! Because
I put that there so you could lie on it.
The last thing I want to do is lay in shit. You know what I mean? Thank you, Mike. Yeah, surprise. All right, let's climb under here, guys. And
do you want a light, or can you see?
Oh, I see trans fluid. Well, no, that's old. Never mind, that's old. Let me see if I can get you guys up here just a little bit. No, it's too bright. This is kind of crazy. All that noise is making, I don't see anything, Mike.
Yeah.
And we use Loctite on the flywheel bolts, so it shouldn't be that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to climb under here without you guys.
Okay.
And let's see if we can figure this out. Well, I've climbed underneath it, and I don't see anything, except there is a trans fluid leak. Not a massive one. Looks like it's coming maybe from the speedometer drive gear. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it has leaked some fluid kind of up and around quite a bit. I don't know that it's enough to where it would cause any problems. So
but why would the lockout stay
maybe a
locked?
Pressure issue. If there's not enough fluid, maybe it got stuck in gear and there's not enough fluid to release. I don't know. Like, I'll be honest with you, I just don't know. What I'm thinking is we drop it down, we start it up, we check the fluid level. It's already hot. We've been on the highway. Let's just see what the fluid level looks like first. And the clunking noise, I don't see anything, Mike. I hope it's not coming from the transmission somehow. All right, let's fire it up. Let's check the fluid. Okay, you guys got to hear this. It's rattling like crazy. Where is it coming from? not from up here. Down here? You see it? Coming from the torque?
Like it's coming from the flywheel area.
Oh, great. That's what I was afraid of. Sounds like it's coming from the flywheel torque converter area. If that's the case, we are in if that's the case, we're in big trouble. We're in huge trouble.
Well, you can hear it, but it sounds like it's coming from like when the flywheel is spinning. But
okay.
You might listen, but
it's what it sounds like to me too. Let's check the fluid. I don't think that's going to be the problem. I really don't.
okay.
That noise sounds like something's about to grenade. I guess it wouldn't hurt to jack it up once we're done. I'll check the bolts for the torque converter. That's going to be a bear.
Oh yeah.
And see if anything's loose.
Survey says
Fluid is full. Yeah, fluid's full. Let's show them. And it looks relatively clean, I think.
yeah.
Great. Great, great, great. Well, this could literally be the end of Power Tour for us. All right, I'm gonna put this thing in drive here and we're gonna see what it does. Drive, dies. A lot of rattling. Every single time. Every time. Great. Okay, so it's been over an hour. We're still sitting here.
Yep.
And I've called Monster Transmissions repeatedly. I've called the guy that I'm directly in contact with over there. I've gotten no answer. I've left multiple voicemails and no answer. So I don't know. We've tried a few different things, including taking the 4-pin connector off the side of the case. That didn't do it. We came over to the pressure switch and disconnected it. That didn't do it. We took the wires off of the switch inside the car that go to the transmission. Obviously, that didn't do it either. So now we're getting to where things are kind of serious. This is looking like the solenoid inside the transmission is actually stuck or broken. So, major shout out to Santa's Workshop. He said to try this. Monkey Wrench Mike, obviously shout out to him as well. You should go check them out. I'll put a link to them below this video. Monkey Wrench Mike walked over to Advanced Auto Parts and he picked up some wire. We're going to take the booster pack, 12 volt booster pack. We're going to hook the positive and negative to these wires. We're going to stab these wires into the connector, the 4-pin connector on the side of the transmission. We're going to put 12 volts to it both directions. We're going to reverse the polarity. Santa said that there is a possibility that maybe by reversing the polarity on that solenoid, because these wires run directly to the torque converter solenoid, by reversing the polarity, he said maybe it'll spring that solenoid back disengaged again. Maybe. So we'll try it. It's either going to work or it's not. If it doesn't work, then we're going to walk back to Advance. We're going to grab a drain pan. We're going to drain the transmission. We're going to take the pan off. We're probably going to have to pull the solenoid out, beat on it with a hammer, spray it with carb cleaner. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do something because sitting here isn't getting us anywhere. Monster Transmissions hasn't, been available according to their hold music thing or whatever. They've been promoted by some very famous people. Gas Monkey Garage and a lot of celebrities have done a lot of promoting for them, so they're really busy right now. And I don't doubt that that's true. Gas Monkey Garage is on there telling everybody how great their transmissions are. And up until now, transmission's been great. I'm not throwing shade at them. I'm just telling you my frustration, where I'm at, and that's it. I'm not saying that they're a bad company or anything. I'm sure they're going to get back to me. It's just I'm in a hurry, and I'm pretty frustrated and embarrassed to be stuck on the side of the road in a car that was just built and has not even 2,500 miles on it.
New transmission, new engine.
Yeah, it's humiliating. It really is. This is very humiliating and frustrating. Not to mention kind of dangerous when your car stalls at a green light. You know, it's so. Hey, listen, mistakes happen, accidents happen. I understand that. So don't get the wrong idea from what I'm saying. It's frustrating to not be able to get a hold of somebody to help me. But Santa's workshop, he's got ideas. So we're gonna try him out. And with any luck, maybe, just maybe, this thing will come back to life, and then we will not use torque converter lockup from now on. And, God, when did we break down? Right around noon? What time is it, Mike?
It is now almost 3.
3. So 3 hours we've been broken down.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing from Monster Transmissions.
Nothing.
Thankfully, what was the name of the shop? Bluegrass
Transmission Center.
They sent us. They gave this for free. They didn't have any. They didn't have a new solenoid in stock. They gave us this one. They said that it should be the same for a 4L60, 700R4, and the 204R. Unfortunately, the snout is a little bit different than the one I pulled out of it. This piece right here, it's got notches in it. It looks like it locks in place somehow. It's got a little screen or something in there. Mine doesn't have any of that. So obviously this is a much older version. I didn't even try. What I did is I took the pan off and took the solenoid out, and I tapped on it with a wrench.
And what happened?
And then I hooked it up to my 12-volt battery pack.
Yep.
And it started syncing again. Yeah.
Okay.
Now with that said, I have not heard from Monster Transmissions at all today. In 3 hours, and I've heard nothing from them, which sucks. It's 3 o'clock. The event is 3 hours away. We're not gonna make it. I still have to put all this back to here. We're gonna handle it without overdrive. We're gonna try to make it to the event, and if we do, great. If not, then that sucks. But we'll continue on. Hopefully, when we put this back together, fill it up with fresh fluid, we have our gears again.
Yeah.
And we will not be using torque converter lockup probably until I get home, where I have a lift and I can address this and fix it all properly.
So has this affected your love for the car?
No, because it's not the car's fault.
Okay, good.
You know, it's not the car's fault. Somebody made a mistake, and, you know, mistakes happen. That's just part of it. So 3 hours on the side of the road. And again, shout out to Bluegrass
Transmission Center.
They're right here in, where are we? Is this
Bowling Green?
We're still in Bowling Green? Okay, Bowling Green. This is, what road is this? Do you know? I don't know. Bowling Green, Kentucky, guys. Yeah. Just look them up, guys. Bluegrass, they were great. We called them. They said, unfortunately, we don't have that part. Nobody out here has it. Everybody on the forum was like, that should be easy to get. Everybody has one.
Yeah.
They don't. They really don't. In Nashville, they do. But we don't have time to go to Nashville. So why don't we button this up, then we're going to start it up. We're going to cross our fingers and hope that a little Southern ingenuity, I like that. Some Southern ingenuity.
Yes.
Hopefully gets us at least back on the road. Look, worst case scenario if we miss the event today is we don't get our plaque. And that sucks because we'd have gone the whole way. And but missing one event disqualifies you from getting your plaque for Power Tour. We will not give up. We will finish Power Tour without our plaque, and we will still consider it a win because it's a good time.
It's still a good car.
And it's still a great car. What do you say, Monkey Pox, Mike?
Get back to work, boy.
Damn, that was harsh. Are you enjoying yourself?
It's a one-car show right here. I'm enjoying it. We had one spectator come by. She was a little kooky.
A little? She was fucking nuts. Excuse my French, kids. She was fucking nuts. She said that Kennedy and Lincoln got their brains blown out, but they died of cancer, or dying. They're dying of cancer. I thought it was
pictures.
I thought it was a man.
Well, it could have been. Maybe.
I don't know. We currently have it all back together. We're going to look under it, make sure that there's no leaks. Then we're going to start it. I put about 3.5 quarts in it, and we're going to see if it will go into gear.
I'm crossing everything over here.
Everything? I crossed my nuts. We're ready.
That's just what I did.
Did you? That's talent right there, man. That's talent. I don't know how to do that. Okay, let's put the keys in, and we're gonna pray. I said we're gonna look for leaks, but we're not. We're gonna put the key in, and we're gonna pray. I still hear the noise. I still hear the noise.
I do too, but did you put it in gear?
No. Oh, fuck me. Son of a bitch. Okay. Trip's over.
It didn't fix it?
No. Nope. I checked that solenoid. I mean,
you had it clicking and stuff.
I had it clicking on and off, on and off. The solenoid was clicking.
So it was not the solenoid, it's the torque converter?
At that point, it goes into the torque converter.
Shoot.
I really thought I figured it out. I made sure that solenoid clicked on and off, on and off, on and off, and it did every time. It was off. The solenoid was clicked off when I installed it. So there's no way that solenoid is causing torque converter lockup. So all that was for nothing. $150 in parts and hours spent. And now
what do we do?
There's a transmission shop a mile down the road.
Yeah.
I may have to call and bite the bullet, have them pull the transmission and replace the torque converter.
Yeah.
That wasn't in my budget for this trip.
That's not in anybody's budget.
No, that's going to cost. What is that going to cost me? What $400, $500 at least for the converter? The labor to pull and reinstall the trans, it's probably at least another $800 or so. We're probably looking at easy $1,500, and that's if they can even get to it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they can get to it. But I mean, they've been good to us so far. We can call them. Bluegrass Transmissions, we'll give them a call, I guess. Monster called while I was under the car covered in oil. I obviously couldn't answer the phone, so I guess I'm going to call them back. We'll see what they say. Who knows? Maybe they know somebody out here that can help us. Maybe we can get this resolved. I thought for sure it was that solenoid, but obviously that sound, that rattling noise, it sounds like something is very wrong inside that torque converter, like something's come apart. I don't know, man. We're right back to square. I was literally like, hey, there was nothing wrong with the transmission. It was just this silly solenoid. Obviously, that's not the problem. I don't know. I thought for sure that's what it was, man. I thought for sure that's what it was. Obviously, I was wrong. So here we are, still broke down on the side of the fucking road. Well, we have updates. Talked to Monster Transmission. They did get a hold of me. They called me back. Unfortunately, it's so late in the day now that the torque converter, that is what's wrong with it, can't be shipped out today. So it means it can't be shipped out till at least tomorrow, which means it won't get here till at least the day after. Basically missing the majority of power tour. Not to mention I've already pre-booked hotels. I've already paid for hotels. I'm out $1,100 in hotels right now. And now I need to pay for new hotels where I'm at because I have no way to get anywhere. I'm probably going to have to rent a car. I have no transportation, and I don't even know what to do with the Monte Carlo because it's just sitting behind a Walgreens in a parking lot. Obviously can't just leave it here. So I don't know. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Called local transmission shops. Obviously, that's the first thing I did to see if anybody had a 24 to 2800 stall converter for this. They don't. They said they'd have to order one themselves, which will take days to get here. So I'm screwed. we're currently considering going to AutoZone if we can find a stock torque converter for this and putting a regular stock torque converter in this thing.
Well, let me tell you about that.
They don't have one.
They have one, but it's in Nashville.
Nashville.
Or Louisville.
Oh, you're gonna have to rent a car anyway. You know, I mean, at this point, I don't know. I didn't expect this. You know what I mean? Brand new engine, brand new transmission, brand new torque converter, brand new everything. The last thing I expected was a catastrophic failure. You know, this isn't a minor deal. This is bad, and it's a billet aluminum, I guess, torque converter. It's a billet aluminum converter. Monster said they can overnight it, but now I don't trust the torque converter, the Thor torque converter. I'm not really confident that I want another one to throw into this car. I don't know. You know, this is part of Power Tour. It happens. There's a lot of people in the Hot Rod Power Tour Facebook group that, you know, they break down. And a lot of times it is catastrophic and it sucks. But now we got to figure out where to go from here. Mike and I are talking. We could go to Harbor Freight, pick up some tools, a big jack, some bigger jack stands. We can get this thing up in the air. We can pull the transmission ourselves. It's not that big a deal to pull a transmission, especially if you got one of those jacks with the big head on it. It sucks to do it on the concrete, but I mean, we could absolutely do it. We could do it. The problem is we don't have a converter, and I have nowhere to ship a converter to. I don't even have a hotel. I've got who am I going to have the converter shipped to? And it's so late in the day, you can't get one out today anyway. So we're literally stuck. Well, up Schitt's Creek without a paddle is where we're at right now. We're really screwed. So drop a comment below. We'll obviously have this figured out one way or another by the time the video is over. But I mean, could we put a stock torque converter in this car? I don't know. But that's the only option at this point, is going all the way to Nashville, an hour away, picking up a stock converter, getting it back here, jacking it up, dropping the transmission, and putting in a new torque converter. But I really have no idea how the car is going to react to a stock stall converter with this car being built the way it is. I've got no clue. So maybe I can call Monster Transmissions back, and maybe they can help me figure that out. So stay tuned. There's definitely more to come on this one. Well, Monkey Wrench Mike has found a solution.
Maybe.
You did. I have faith that you've... Is that you, Hall?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to use my Spanish.
Yeah, right. I'm going to let him do his thing. We got the car off the ground. We've picked everything up. And thankfully, Advance, right across the street, is going to take our container. It's right over there for our used fluid. We're going to walk it over there, and then we are going to get, most likely, an Uber to U-Haul. Mike had a great idea. We called every transmission shop. They're all full. They might be able to squeeze us in at some point, but nobody has a torque converter. It's going to take too long to get one from Monster. They said that we could use a stock torque converter, but we'd have to put it in neutral when we come to a stop. And then when we get home, we have to change the torque converter again to the one that's supposed to be in it. So instead of doing all that, Mike said, I didn't realize this. I have a house in Indiana, in Terre Haute, Indiana. We are currently in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Terre Haute, Indiana is only 3 hours away. That's it. It's like 200 miles, 215, 220 miles away. We're not that far from my house in Terre Haute. So Mike was like, hey, why don't we just rent a U-Haul and a trailer? We can have Monster Transmissions ship us a new converter. They agreed to expedite it. They're going to get there ASAP. We can we'll pull the trans out. We'll do it all there on the side of the road. You know what I mean? We'll make sure we got all the tools we need. We'll get the new converter. I already had them. They're going to ship it to the Terre Haute house. And we're going to do it on the side of the road. We're going to pull the transmission out, swap out the torque converter, put it back in again, and cross our fingers that this is going to fix our problem. And with any luck, we're going to miss. Obviously, we missed today. We're going to miss Wednesday. We're going to probably miss Thursday. But with any luck, the last leg of the journey is in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is only 70 miles from my house. So with any luck, we can get this thing put back together, get it done, and at least make it to the finish line in Terre Haute, Indiana. Mike is on the phone with U-Haul right now trying to secure a trailer and a truck. We're having a very difficult time. Apparently, there's not a lot of them around here, and everything is closing because it is now after 5 o'clock. And again, we've been sitting here for over 5 hours underneath a shade tree working on this car, only to find out that it's catastrophic failure, and there's nothing we can do here to fix it. And we're going to end this video right here with a U-Haul trailer, and one Monte Carlo SS and Monkey Wrench Mike.
It's a sad Monte Carlo, and it's a super sad Monkey Wrench Mike.
It's a sad Randy too.
Yeah.
I am beyond disappointed, depressed, angry, upset. I've got all the emotions.
Yeah.
And it's been an entire day. I've had to sit and think about it.
It's like we jinxed ourselves.
We did.
We talked about how good everything was going, and then...
And it was. I said before we left Oklahoma, I said, this car is running better than it ever has before. Yeah. It's never run as good as it did when we left for Power Tour. It was in its prime. And now it's it took everything we had to get it on the damn trailer.
Yeah.
It's bad.
And you almost jumped the end of it. I mean, you broke the whole thing.
That's why I told you set the e-brake, because I knew we were coming in hot. Mm-hmm. In order to get it to move, because the torque converter is stuck in lockup, you gotta really give it the gas to get it to even move. Yeah. But it's on the trailer, and in another video, we're gonna come back and we're going to take it apart. Monster Transmissions is having a torque converter built for me. It's going to be another billet converter. I found out this converter was $1,600.
Wow.
$1,600.
Woo!
Yeah, billet converter. This thing is, it's tough as nails. 24 to 2800 stall. So we're going to come back in another video. And we found, this is amazing, we found a guy, and this is part of what Power Tour is all about. He owns a shop. And he offered to donate his shop and his time to help us.
There you go.
And I'm gonna give him a shout out here in just a second as soon as I pull it up. We haven't gotten there yet, obviously, but his shop is called Anderson Custom Auto, and it's in Austin, Indiana, which isn't too far. It's a couple hours from where we are right now.
Yeah.
He's got a lift. He's got the tools. He's offered to dedicate his time, labor, his shop space to help us.
Oh, nice.
And he doesn't even know we're YouTubers. No, this is just what he does.
Oh, wow.
When I left for Power Tour, he posted in Hot Rod Power Tour group, and he said, hey, if anybody breaks down anywhere around this area, if you can get your car here, I will help you. He helped change somebody's transmission in their truck just a couple days ago.
Nice guy.
That's what Power Tour is about. Yes. People helping people. Now, Power Tour is not over for us. And this is all, listen, thanks to Monkey Wrench Mike, I had no part in this at all. In fact, this is Mike's trailer. This is Mike's truck. This is all thanks to you, okay? So special, extremely special thanks and shout out go out to Monkey Wrench Mike for saving literally everything.
There's a moment of brilliance. Every once in a while, I get a thought up here, and it works.
He's good. I counted us out. Trip is over. We're done. Mm-hmm. Monkey Wrench Mike said, why don't we take the U-Haul to Power Tour? So, yeah. I would have never... What?
Just put your tag up to the front and drive on in.
So that's what we're doing.
Pow!
There's going to be more Power Tour videos. We're not done. We're not out. It's not over. The Monte Carlo might not make Power Tour.
Yeah, but we will.
It should make Indianapolis if everything goes well. So, thank you to Monkey Wrench Mike. Listen, if you want to show him your appreciation, you could go subscribe to his channel. You could go watch some of his videos. Obviously, a link to him directly below this video. Yeah, he rented the truck and the trailer, and then he was like, why don't we continue on Power Tour in the U-Haul?
We're headed that way anyway.
We're literally heading that way anyway.
Yeah.
So we are on our way to Louisville. After Louisville, we're going to see if we can rent a car, and then we can drive up to Atkin, Ohio, whatever it is.
Hebron,
Ohio.
Hebron, I think.
and then we can come back to the car.
Yeah.
Put the pull the trans, replace the torque converter. Monster is sitting the torque converter. Maybe that's what's wrong with this one. This one's a torque converter. We needed a torque converter. They're overnighting us a torque converter, brand new, built just for us. And if everything goes right, this car will make it on Power Tour on Friday for the finale.
For the finale.
For the end.
A lot
Crossing,
of that.
yeah, a lot of that. A lot of that. So we're going to get out of here because if we don't, we're going to miss Louisville. All right, guys, we had to switch directions. The sun was in Mike's eyes.
In other words, he's cutting all the funny stuff out.
Yeah, I'm cutting all of it out.
Yeah.
If I remember, I may not. We're going to get out of here, guys. Again, thank you to Monkey Wrench Mike. Number 1, for coming on the trip, period. Number 2, for saving our bacon on the truck, the trailer, and actually getting to finish Power Tour. That's really amazing. So thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Link to him below the video. Please go over there, check him out. And with that, we are out of here, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.